What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! We're back again today for another special tag team review. Here with my son, Sean, and we're about to check out Worm Party from Queen Games. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages 5+. It'll take about 20 minutes to play. And in Worm Party, you're going to have this contraption right here. You're going to be sticking your hands in it, putting your fingers through these little holes. Yeah, buddy?
Don't move the thing that you're in, or I'll still know where you are.
Yeah, you're going to be sticking your fingers up through these holes and trying to be sneaky so you don't move the little thing, and then somebody's going to take control of the chicken and they're going to try and find your finger, aka the worm. It's a light, simple children's game, but is it good? Let's open it up and we'll tell you what we think. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of a Worm Party. So first and foremost, we got our handy dandy rule booklet, 2 pages, double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples, and it's pretty well done. Should have you up and running in no time at all. I'd say the hardest part is just setting it up and get everything popped out, but that shouldn't take too long once you know what you're doing. You're going to be building this contraption right here, and this is really going to be the star of the show. On a turn, one person is going to be a chicken, and everyone else is going to be a worm, and they're going to stick their hand down through here, and then stick their finger into one of these little holes like so. Then, once everybody's done that, someone's going to, the chicken is going to roll this dice right here, and then they're going to try other people's fingers with the goal of getting these tiles right here. If you get 6 of the same color tile before anyone else does, you will win the game. So that is what you're going to be doing. So let's go over the components, then we'll get into the gameplay. So first we have this thing. It's nice and sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to break. You got these little tarps here that you'll be putting in. Once again, very nice quality, and you will be assembling this. This is a sticker die, so you will have to put the stickers on when you first get it, and you're going to get 1, 2, or 3 attempts to pick up these in order to find worms when you are the chicken. So this is kind of going to be the first player marker you'll be passing around. It will tell you who the chicken is. Last but not least, we have these tiles right here, red, blue, yellow, pretty self-explanatory. And I'll tell you how to get those tiles in a second. Oh, one more thing I forgot is you will have these depending on your player count. If you're playing with 4 players, you're going to have all these up here, but if you're playing with less players, then you will put these little worm construction holes to block off various different spots like so. So let's pretend I have the chicken, pretty self-explanatory. Let's pretend we're playing a 3-player game, so everyone else is going to, at the same time, be sticking their fingers into 2 of these right here. So now I would say, is everybody ready? We're ready. And then someone is going to roll the dice, or excuse me, I will roll the dice because I'm the chicken. So I'd roll it up, and I would now get to look at 3 of these things. So I would go 1, nothing, 2, I found somebody, which means I have earned this color, which is a red. So hooray for me, I'd get a red. And then 3. So that would be the end of the turn, but this guy, who had his finger under the yellow, would get a yellow tile. So the way to gain tiles is by guessing where other people's fingers are, or by not getting found. Pretty self-explanatory. There also is 1 wild tile, which can be red, yellow, or blue. You get to decide if your finger's under here, or if you find someone's finger under there. Then the chicken is going to pass to the next player, and you're going to rinse, wash, and repeat until someone has 6 of the same color tile. You can also play the advanced version of the game where you need 2 of each color tile. But that, in a nutshell, is how you're going to play Worm Party. There's a couple other odds and ends. You can't have your finger in the same hole as somebody else's hole. If that sounds... You can't have your finger in the same hole as someone else's finger. But other than that, very straightforward game. That is Worm Party. Alrighty then, Worm Party from Queen Games. What are our final thoughts? Let's go to the pros, let's go to the cons. First, on the con side, what did you not like about the game, buddy?
I didn't like when I didn't find the people.
Yeah, so when you're playing as the chicken and you have to look for the worms, and that's one con that I do have with the game, is the fact that I'm not the biggest fan of how the dice rolling works, because you're either going to get one look, 2 looks, or 3 looks, and that's a huge difference. I mean, if you routinely roll 1 look during this game, say the 2 or 3 turns that you're going to get, or the 4 or 5 turns more realistically, you're probably going to lose the game, whereas if you roll a lot of 3s, you're probably going to win the game. You're going to have a higher probability of winning, but with the kids game, I can't give it a pass. Also, 2 to 4 players, a little bit of a restricted player count. You are going to have to set up this contraption every single time you do it, which sounds a lot worse than it is. It's not terribly difficult to set up, but it is something that I did want to mention. Yeah, buddy?
You knocked over one of these.
Oh, no biggie. You're going to put a lot of stickers on there, but that, that doesn't really bug me too much. Also on the con side, This is a family/children's game. Now, I did play this at game night, and nobody hated it. They all thought it was kind of cute, but we would never want to play it again. So it definitely does stop at children/family category. You're never going to be busting this out. I don't think at like parties and stuff like that. Maybe at parties. I could see it working at parties potentially if you just wanted to hold hands with people. Any other cons I have with the game? Light, simple. I mean, it's for ages 5+, so obviously you're going to get that. Moving on to the pros, did you enjoy Worm Party?
Yeah.
I did as well. I can give this a wholehearted recommendation if you have younger children. There's a lot to like about this game. So first and foremost, just looking at this is immediately going to draw people to the table. The table presence on this is outstanding, and it's very well constructed. I mean, this does not feel like it's going to break, even when you have 3 grown hands in there. Also, another thing I liked about this game, I'm a big fan of the artwork. It's cutesy. Gameplay-wise, it's very easy to learn. It's very easy to teach, and I would say this falls into the children category and the family category. The difference between the two, I always tell people, is if a child could play this by themselves and teach this to someone, to another child by themselves. So if 3 children could play this by themselves, that's what I consider a children's game. This one definitely falls into that category. I think Sean, who's only 4, could teach this to other children around his age, no problem. Do you think so?
Yep.
Yeah, I like the fact that there's an advanced variant you can play with where you need, where it turns into more of a set collection thing where you're trying to get 3 sets of 2. You can mix that up. I don't think it changes the game that drastically, but I still like the fact they did that. Component-wise, they're top-notch. Easy to learn, easy to teach. Great family game. This is the kind of game that's not going to scare anybody off. From grandma to your 3-year-old son, everyone's going to be able to play this game as long as you're willing to take turns because of that restricted player count. And overall, Worm Party, fantastic. Easy recommendation for us, right? And I would say, do you think this might be in your top 10 favorite games, buddy? Yeah, and he's got a lot of games. He's probably played about 100 games, so saying that it's top 10, that is quite a statement. And I would also agree. I think of all our family weight Queen games, I think this might be our new favorite. We got Banana Party, Spooky Castle, Push a Monster, and I think we like this one better than all of those. So overall, Worm Party, Queen games. If you got kids, you play with kids, no-brainer, pick this one up. I would say as early as 3 years old, they should be able to figure this one out. Really enjoyable. Oh, and the last thing I really like about this game is that there is a slight bit of gaminess, a little bit of a bluffing there. So let's just say if I have 5 blues and I'm about to win the game, where do you think my finger is going to be? If I have 5 blues, where am I probably going to stick my finger?
In the blue.
In the blue, but I might not. I might try and blow your mind and go to the red, and I do like that aspect, which is also kind of like why I like the advanced variant as well. But overall, Worm Party, Queen Games, definitely one we can recommend. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know, if I gave you $10, would you eat a worm?
No.
No? I would. I totally would.
The worms make you sick.
Nah, but for $10, I mean, you can wash out that worm flavor with a couple yummy combos from Wendy's. But let me know in the comments below. Would you do it for $10? You know what? I'll even bump it up. We'll go $50. How about for $50?
Yeah.
All right, $50. My son knows his price. For me personally, yeah, I do it for 10, so obviously I do it for 50. Let me know in the comments below. Would you do it for 10? And then let me know if you do it for 50. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.